フルカウンター。
Hi boys, welcome back to the Grand Cross video. So today I haven't really done one in a while, and well, I'm trying to level up my books, right? So I'm trying to get my book CC up there, and then to do so, what I am doing, which I'll make a video later on about it when I've done most of my books basically, is I'm going through every character and I'm giving them all rare gear to where I can max out the actual defense. And in doing so, it's gonna cost me a lot of the actual redstones to make, right? So the enhancers, for example, and well, they're not easy to get. I mean, you can get quite a few in some places, but the best way to do it is obviously to actually get a lot of gold and actually spend your gold on the actual equipment drawer to where you can salvage a bunch of equipment and then boom, get a bunch of red material or like the actual enhanced material to where you can start leveling up gear. So right now I am on a mission to get a lot of gold. So I'm going to go through my best team that I'm using. Not too sure if it is the best team, but this is what I've been using. And to be fair, you lot probably be surprised about who I'm bringing, although most of you lot may not have her. Alright, so this is the team. Like I did say, a bit of a weird one, right? I know, because we're bringing Sigurd and we're also bringing Brunhild. But Brunhild is a crazy AoE farmer, and you'll see that throughout the gameplay in a second. But she has a weak point card, and the weak point card, no matter what, because we already applied the debuffs here, always proc first. If you have this skill every single turn, you're gonna get it to activate every single turn. And the damage we get, especially with the actual Sigurd, which I will say you probably don't need Sigurd if you do have Brunhild max cosmetics and also level 100 and also UR gear. As you can see right now, I do not have UR gear, and a few times her AoE hasn't killed someone. So I've decided to bring Sigurd, who, to be fair, does do a good job, but I am missing quite a bit of attackers. So I think, you know what, you could probably definitely replace actual Sigurd here and probably bring someone like Shin. However, if I'll show you later on, Shin basically does nothing because the damage with Brunhild was kind of crazy. So let's just run through it. Alright, so this is me alternate. So you'll see straight away, right? There's basically 3 turns. There's this one right here. Then when we do kill 3 of them, 1 boss does come in. And it can be a bit of RNG because I believe sometimes the 4th unit can be, I believe, red. And at that point, I'll break it down in a second. Look at the damage. Straight away, we kill straight away turn 1. And you'll notice as well, the little tech, we are using the single target skill, which is good because we do not want to use any single target skills. Right now, we are going to use single target skill because we got the merger for it, but it's fine because the damage it one-shots. So right now we are looking at basically a 3-turn clear here if we can get some decent RNG, but sometimes you can get all single target skills and I can kind of cut your run a little bit, but because of how fast the team is, it's kind of fine. So let's see how this one turns out. If we can get the AoE, we did. Okay, so we wipe out in 3 turns here. So we always use the AoE first. And you'll notice, because we already applied the debuffs here, it never uses any debuff skills. So when we do bring someone like Shin, for example, Shin never uses debuff card, which is kind of a bad thing because Shin, you want to use normally his 2 cards first to where you can actually rank up the next turn. But yeah, that was the character. So we'll do it again to see if we can get a different outcome. But majority of the time, they kind of end in 3 turns. And this is what I mean by the way. If you have pulled this actual Wedding Day Brunhild, level her up, max her out, because she is by far an actual... Okay, so we got a 2-turn clear here. The best part as well, hang on, let me pause it. It always uses the weak point skill first, so when I auto it, it's going to clear it straight away. And like I did say, the best part is it always gets rid of the single target skills. So if I all right now, you see, boom, 2 single target skills afterwards. So it's great, right? So we have more chance to have AoE skills. I mean, to be fair, King is not really doing anything either. I could bring a buffer even to make her do more damage, but let's see what happens next. So we are going to get the actual... Okay, a little bit annoying we got tier 2 there because it's going to use it. But yeah, AoE first, we clear in 1 hit here, then use 2 King cards. So I believe with the setup right now, it might use the actual... No, I don't think it ever does. I don't think it ever uses the debuff skill. I think it's going to use 2 single target King cards. Let's just see. Oh, okay, we got weak point skill, so it's going to use that one straight away. Okay, well, there you go. Very consistent team. I'm trying to show a different outcome about where kind of fair was. Okay, so we didn't crit there, so a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. But it's what I mean by the fact that if I had a level 100 and also... UR gear and also maxed out cosmetics, then that probably would have killed even without critting. So that's definitely an upgrade you could do towards the team. But you know some right now, Sigurd is basically doing nothing, just the fact that we are getting some buffs. And to be fair, he is making King do more damage, which is kind of nice. Okay, so we haven't gotten the best out here, but let's see what happens. So we always use the tier 1 first, and it always uses Sigurd and also Brunhild afterwards, because it does want to get rid of those cards. So boom. Then let's see the lineup here. Alright, so lots of single targets, but the lineup is going to use these 2 first, and to be fair, the single targets we don't mind here because literally it's going to be a 1-shot because the damage is so good. Never mind, I think that's the first time it's failed. So a bit So a little bit longer to the time down. I guess when you're farming, you do not want to make them mistakes. But how consistent the team is, I think it's kind of fine. So let's see what happens. So we've got a tier 2. So I believe if we do get a tier 2 king card, it does always kill. Because they're all red. And the attack from Sigurd here is going to be a lot here. So boom. Yeah, so we use... Even though we use single target afterwards, I'm pretty sure we kill with one skill. There we go. So you kind of get the point, right? I believe this is probably, at least I think so. I've not seen anyone else use the team. Most of the time it is, most of the time you are bringing someone like Shin. So let me just show you right now how well this team does with Shin. Oh, so I think if you have Ragnarok Barn, you probably want to bring Ragnarok Barn in the sub slot because I believe you do get more crit chance of crit damage. But unfortunately, I do not have him. Alright, so like I did say, because Shin already has, or we already have the debuffs applied, Shin typically doesn't use his skills. I think with the actual draw here, I think we're going to use 2 king cards. Let me just check. Yeah, 2 of them, right? Yeah, we do. So, I think we don't kill. Okay, we do. So, sometimes it doesn't kill. And that's mainly because I don't have UR gear, or also the fact that she's not over 100. So, that's why I'm bringing Sigurd here. But, we also got the tier 2 again. Did we kill again? Let's just check. Okay, we actually are using Shin. So, Shin's kind of cocked it because I couldn't use that actual AoE skill to where that would have killed in one turn. And like I did say, because the debuff's already applied here, it's not forcefully using his debuff skills first, which does mean we're not really getting the rank up here. So, Shin's not really the best character to bring. At least for my testing. Okay, so let's see if we kill here. Normally we do have the actual Sigurd buffs on, where we probably kill in 1 hit, but I think it might be 2 here. Yeah, see, it doesn't kill, which is why I bring Sigurd, because we get more damage with Ragnarok characters, and it also is where we do get the extra attack buff to where sometimes King can kill by himself too. Alright, so this is another team that I'm seeing people use, and while it probably is a bit more consistent in some way, it's also a little bit slower because of Shin, you have to use normally around 2 cards to kill in the first phase, where with obviously Brunhild, you instantly wipe turn 1 with 1 skill. And if you do get that RNG, that happens more oftentimes than not, you typically get her AoE skill at least once or twice, or even sometimes 3 times in one match, to where literally it's 1 skill, 1 wipe, 1 skill, 1 wipe, and that's constantly keeps on happening when I do my farming. And at least with this team, you're going to be using sometimes 3 skills, 2 skills in each turn. And that can long out your match, right? Because obviously you're trying to farm as much as possible, which is why I think I prefer my actual new Brunhild strat. So instead of Eastern, you probably bring something like this, right? This is by far probably the next best team. And to be fair, this is what I was using, but I want to show you right now, for example, is although the rank up is nice, you kind of see my problem with the team comparable to the other one, right? The fact that in the other one, you normally wipe with 1 or 2 skills, where this one takes around 2 to 3 sometimes. So let's just check. Obviously, I ain't got level 100 characters, but I think even still people are farming this team with level 90. So let's just check. So like I say, you normally use 2 skills here, or even 3 actually if we don't kill. So we don't kill. Okay, we do kill there. So that's 2 skills. Normally with Brunhild, you would have wiped out 1 skill. So once again, if you add the time in, it's a little bit different. But then right now with the rank up here, we're going to use Shin first again. Once again, you probably would have wiped out again with Brunhild, even with an actual Sigurd card, to where you would have wiped out 1 skill. Where now we're using, what, 2 skills there? 3 skills now, basically. So you can kind of see, they start to add up a little bit, right? Because we would have been on the final phase now and probably killed the final phase with that actual Brunhild team. And let's see where this goes. Alright, so I believe we're going to get the rank up. So we are going to get tier 3s. Okay, well that was the wrong order. But let's see if Shin can kill here. So first time using this team. And decent damage. And we rank up. And then boom. Let's see what it does. I mean, to be fair, my guy's not really maxed out. Okay, we did kill. But you can, on average, about 8 to 6 skills there to use to kill that phase, where with the Brunhild team, it would have been about 3 cards. So, that is why I believe the actual Brunhild team is probably the best team right now to use. Let me just use it one more time to see if I'm not just chatting shit. Alright, so let's just check it again to see what happens. So, obviously, at the start of the match, we do a AoE single target or AoE skill. Use the 2 single target skills as usual. Boom, they are gone. Like I did say, you don't need to bring Sigurd. I'm just doing them because my actual Brunhild is underleveled. But to be fair, they work wonders because of how the game works for some reason. And then this time right here, we should use a bunch of King cards. And to be fair, probably get King's Ultimate. Yeah, we do, right? So that's already basically... Wait, do we kill? Okay, we do kill. I think if I didn't have the Sigurd buff there, I probably wouldn't have killed. In fact, once again, we just used 3 skills and we cleared the boss once again. So, this is what I mean. Do we use the AoE first or not? I think we use it afterwards. Okay, we use the debuff first for some reason. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. But there we go. Like I did say, there's many times where this team just kills literally 3 skills. Where the other teams takes a lot more skills. Although it's still 3 turns, it does take a lot more skills. So, yeah, boys, that is my video. I kind of went a little bit of a rant there. But like I just said, I kind of want to test it out because this is something I was testing, something that I made up without seeing anyone else do it. And I'm kind of proud of it a little bit. So, yeah, boys, hopefully this did help out. I know a lot of you may not have this Brunhild, but she is by far probably the best PvE farmer. Due to the fact that she does obviously debuff and use that weak point skill, which does so much damage at the start of the match. So, yeah, boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.